I knew businesses wasn't hiring when Amazon stopped hiring. Like, Amazon, though, them people will hire, not even joking, they will literally hire a homeless person. If you can walk and you can put on a vest, you can work at Amazon. So when they said they wasn't hiring, oh yeah, we're cooked, brother.
I'm out here waiting for a job interview like it's a call center. Look at this. I am number 79 with 11 active interviewers. This is insane. I've never seen this in my life. Here's an update. I started at 2:30. Right now it's 4:44. I'm still waiting for the interview. Hours later, after waiting for this interview, I check my email. We will not be proceeding with your application. Are you kidding me?
Hi, welcome back. Videos you and I are going to be checking out today are videos about how people get treated in the job market today. So I've made a couple of videos about the job market and how the job market is so bad and difficult, the difficulty with finding jobs and people's experiences. But this one is going to be what people are actually saying and dealing with. A lot of them just keep posting jobs that the demands these companies are having for the people who are searching for jobs. But before we get right into this video and check it out, guys, so I received a super thanks and I was like, wait, hold on. Like when I saw the notification, I just went inside the studio and I checked it and I was like, oh my God, is this real? Possibly could have been a mistake, an error, or like what is happening is YouTube glitching. Julie sent me a 200 super thanks. Thank you so much, Julie. Like I was so surprised and shocked, and I'm still surprised and shocked. Thank you so much. Like the support is so massive. Like this really means a lot to me. And you made me so happy. Thank you so much for being so supportive to the channel. Another big supporter of my channel that have supported me so far, like they really have always showed up for me, is Joseph. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I appreciate you. Please make sure you click the like button. It helps with the algorithm and I appreciate you so much for doing that. Subscribe to the channel if you're watching for the very first time. Let's get right into it.
Nah, our economy must really be in the trenches right now, because tell me why someone came to my place of employment today with a cake, and not just a regular cake, a cake with a cover letter as the icing on it, and he asked to deliver it to us to ensure that he got the job. And y'all, let me show you this cake.
The job market in Canada literally has me going on like this. I have my resume on my shirt now. 2024, it's not hot girl summer. It's a jobless summer. I go outside, this guy's wearing Nike, this guy's wearing Gucci. This is the Walmart lactose-free alligator skin. And here's the back for you. As you can see, we got the QR code, resume on the front, QR code in the back. The recruiters, I'm chasing them down. Also, if you want to buy one of these, please don't.
Fran, tell me why I went to a job interview. True story. And the lady was like, let me just give you like a hypothetical. And I just want to know what you would do in this situation, okay? And I was like, all right, cool. And she was like, so what if you're leaving work and you see two coworkers fighting each other, whether it's verbally or physically? What would you do in that situation? With the long gulp. I said I wouldn't do anything. I would go to my car and go home. And she was like, no, that's not the right answer. What you need to do is de-escalate the situation, or you need to come inside and tell our higher up manager. Bitch, I'm applying to work at a fucking nursing home. It's not a security job. So I said to her, well, first, I'm going to be clocked out. So anything that happens from that point after I clock out, that's not my business. That has nothing to do with me. Second, I'm not a security guard. And third, that's not my business. Whatever they have going on, that has nothing to do with me. I'm not going to risk my life because of what? Like, why? Why would I do that? No. She was like, no, we cannot have that type of attitude. First of all, how ghetto is this job that motherfuckers are fighting in the fucking parking lot? Absolutely not. I did not get that job. I'm not a security guard. And I'm not going to get into anybody else's business because that has nothing to do with me. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah.
So I just got a message on LinkedIn, right? From someone who's hiring urgently. And they're paying $20 an hour. $20 an hour, but requiring that you have a master's degree or PhD.
So it's literally come to this. I'm holding a stack of resumes, and I've been going to restaurants and stuff for the past few days asking if they're hiring or anything. I moved to New York City a number of months ago, and I got laid off from my corporate job literally a week after signing a lease. I wouldn't say I'm embarrassed or ashamed by any means. Like, I don't think I'm above service jobs at all. This just is not what I was expecting. This definitely was not part of the New York City fantasy. Heck, it wasn't even part of the adulthood fantasy, if I'm being real. You were supposed to go to college and get a degree, and it's all supposed to work out, right? Wrong. I have 3 degrees, 2 bachelors, 1 in math, another in economics. I got my master's last year in marketing, and I've worked as an analyst, as a lead analyst, and this is where I'm at. I'm trying to remain as hopeful as I can, but, to be honest, I'm pretty worried, a little bit scared. I've been, pretty emotional, understandably. I just don't know what's gonna happen. I'm trying to look at this as a rite of passage, kind of a admissions test into New York City, if you will. Really see if I'm up for it. So I'm gonna keep pushing, keep doing the dang thing, and hopefully things turn out for the better. If I'm being real, I really just want to find my footing on social media or something, but I need to get real. I need to make money, and that's where I'm at. So I'm gonna, keep pushing, keep trying, just, really hope that things work out for the better sooner rather than later, because this really sucks. This job market is beyond demoralizing, and I just really hope that things shift and, get better. Please.
So I just found out that I got rejected for 2 jobs that I spent about a month interviewing for. And I'm trying my very hardest to not take it so personally and to not be so severely hurt over it, because I really do feel like I'm at the end of my rope, and I'm just mentally and just physically exhausted. I am so tired of job searching. I'm so tired of getting rejected for jobs that I feel like I have the necessary qualifications for. I'm tired of getting rejected for jobs that I feel like I'm overqualified for. And it's just yeah, there's other opportunities out there, but these 2 particular jobs were at a university that I really wanted to work at because I worked there as a student and I really liked it. And now that I know that I'm not going to get that opportunity, it's crushing me. It really crushes me. And it's so hard because I feel like I'm one of them people who it's hard for me to navigate social media, because I can admit I get jealous. I can be a jealous person. And seeing people reach their goals and you're still so far away from yours, it hurts. It does.
Just to give people in other countries an example of what job descriptions in America look like. We work hard, not because we have to, but because we want to. We don't expect you to work 24/7, but you are expected to do what needs to be done to move the needle in your role. If you're selected to work with us, you're not accepting a 9-to-5 punch-in, punch-out job, and we certainly are not a company where you'd expect to completely disconnect every weekend, especially if clients or team members are counting on you to keep the ball rolling. Although we encourage setting boundaries and creating space to relax and recharge, when you love what you do, you don't need to escape from work. Doing what you love feels like a vacation. And when you do have some time off, you're still thinking about your work because you're obsessed with it in a healthy way. What the fuck about that is healthy?
Of a job is definitely not easy, but I just think it's funny. Like this cover letter on the cake is actually really funny. And then it's like, do you really want to compete with these people? Because there are some people who actually be like, due to the job market, a lot of people are thinking about ways to actually get creative, how to navigate this like job market. What am I gonna do to be different? To actually show that, oh, I really deserve this job, like better than a lot of people, thousands of people applying for the same positions. So it's like with this whole thing, it's like, are you gonna compete with somebody who's doing this? And I know it's just gonna be so confusing for them, because they'll be like, should we be scared or should we hire the person because they went all out? And it's really crazy that people have to be doing this these days. How you might actually get some jobs is, just make sure you go to the office, go into office and just talk to them like the way they used to do it back in the day. Like all this, like doing it online. Even when you go in person, they're just gonna tell you that you should just go on their website and actually apply for the job one day. You going in person ain't gonna make no difference. But people who go in person, some of them actually feel like at least they're making a difference. But now you see that some are actually going a whole different level, doing a whole cake so you guys can eat and still try to hire the person. and the person putting it on their clothes. They're trying to put it on their t-shirts, walking around with their resume on their t-shirt. Like, God, if this doesn't tell you how bad the job market is, honestly, nothing else will. Because I remember the time where people were doing just this whole mass quitting, like quiet quitting and everything. And now, like, you really need to go and start finding ways to be creative just to get a job that ain't gonna pay you much.
You guys, I applied to this job at 8:20 and I got my rejection letter at 8:26.
Put a finger down if you went on Indeed and applied to mad jobs and one job finally reached back out to you and they called you to set up a whole interview. You went there, the office was mad nice, everybody was super sweet, and you end up getting the job just for them to scam you out of $300. Just me? Hold on. The name of this company is called OpSource Solutions. And apparently they're a recruiting company, but that's not what they led me to believe. They led me to believe that they were a security company and that I got a job with a security company. Now when I go into the office today, they all talking about they recruiters. When I first walked into the office, I was greeted by this lady. Her name was Ariel. I don't remember her last name, but she was the person that was interviewing me. A lot of y'all were on my last video talking about me being an hour late. I was over exaggerating, bro. Like, I was not an hour late. It was like one of them interviews where it's like, come between the time of 12 to 3 or 12 to 4. So there was no way I could have been late unless I came after the time they said I was supposed to come. The interview was like a regular interview. She was asking me questions. I was asking her questions. And then we get to the part about the money. So she was like, oh, do you have your security license? I was like, yes, I do. She was like, for the jobs that we're going to place you in, you need certain certifications. And we have like a school that we could send you to get those certifications. I'm like, oh, that sounds great. She's like, the school is $300 and each course is $99 each. So basically the courses she was talking about was fire guard, metal detection, and anti-terrorism. I'm brand new to this whole security thing. I've only been doing security for a month and I'm currently with Allied Universal, right? So I don't really know anything about like the prices, how much everything was supposed to cost. So I'm here thinking, oh, for all of that you're offering, $300 sounds like a great price. Silly me. I end up paying the money that same day. That also didn't raise a red flag to me because when I got this job with Allied Universal, I also had to pay like a fee. At my orientation though, I had to give in a money order. But that was different. That was orientation, not the interview. So I wasn't even thinking, like, I just really wanted a job and like I was sold a dream and I fell for the dream. It wasn't until I got home and I posted the TikTok video of my interview process and everything like that I started putting 2 and 2 together. Because a lot of people were commenting like, yo, bro, fire guard is only $25. Like, what you mean you paid $99? I'm like, wait a minute. Let me hop on the computer, do my little research or whatever, right? They end up sending me the link to the courses. Why everything is saying free? The name of the website that the courses were on is called OpSource OSHA Training. So basically today, which is April 1st, I went into the office with no notice, no nothing, right? Because I just wanted them to not even have time to think of a lie to tell me no. And I went there, nobody was in the office. So I called the girl that I interviewed with at first, right? And I'm like questioning her and I'm like, so what did I pay for specifically? Because these courses are showing up as free. And even if they're not free and they're actually $99, they don't cost that much. So either way, it's a scam. right? She was like, but she was stuttering OD. Like, she didn't even know the name of the courses that she sold me. So I'm like, okay, so you're the interviewer. You told me I needed these courses and you don't even know the name of the courses yourself. Like, make it make sense. So I start blacking on her, rightfully so. Then after that, she's gonna text me this. I'm gonna put it up on the screen so you guys can see. One thing about it, God does not play about me. So while the dude that was there the day of the interview ends up walking in, hold on, and mind you, he's the boss. So this is who I need to speak to anyways. I don't even need to speak to that girl because clearly she don't know nothing. First, I started off real calm. I was just like, I just have a couple concerns, right? He's like, what's up? So I'm basically like, I don't understand how I paid $300 for something that doesn't even cost anywhere near $300. All the course materials, bro, is free online, and you just go into the government building and pay $25 for each certification. So I'm like, that don't make no sense, right? Mind you, that caught him mad off guard because he starts stammering, bro, stammering. You can tell when a man is about to lie, bro. You're not gonna sit here and lie to my face, bro. Don't play with me. So whole time this is going on, I have my friend recording and all of that, right? And I pulled out the BS contract that he made me sign, basically saying that the money was non-refundable and all of that. I pulled out the BS receipt, basically showing that I paid $300. And I was like, well, I need you to give me my money back. This is a scam, bro. I already told to the cops. Like, that's when I started bluffing because, you know, that's how you get scammers alone. So I'm all like, I already told to the cops and they already told me this whole thing that you're running over here is a scam. And then he's like, oh, well, if you go to the cops, you're going to have to go through mad legal thingies and you're going to have to sue me for the money, or we could work something out. Now you want to work something out. I said, give me my money, bro. I need my full money.
Everybody gets the same link you get, and it says free.
All right, so
You're
I'm
the
not,
only one complaining.
I'm not the only one complaining. I told you I have
Nobody
a bunch
came
of
to
comments.
here. Nobody came here but you.
But the
Other people have came here. What do you mean? I showed you the text messages. You think those are fake? You think these are fabricated?
Nobody that I know of had came here and complained about anything being free. You're the only one saying that.
Because maybe I'm the only one with sense. But it took mad back and forth, and he finally agreed to give me my full money. He's like, bro, $300 is mad minuscule. It's mad minuscule. I have $300. I could give you it out of my own pocket. I'm like, okay, so then give me my money. He's doing all this back and forth just to only pull out $150. I'm like, okay, where's the rest of my money? He's like, oh, I need you to come back into the office Friday and I'll give you the rest. So I'm like, okay, I need you to put that in writing because when I come back to the office, I don't want you to act like you don't know what I'm talking about. And I promise you, if you're not here or anything like that, I'm calling the cops, bro, and I'm gonna get my money back in blood.
I really feel like job boards need to have comment sections, because what the saw a job posted today, executive administrative assistant, 7 years of experience. Okay, on the application it says if you do not have at least 5 years of experience in an actual administrative role, do not apply. This does not include roles that or skills that transfer over. Okay, so you want this person to at least been as an administrator for 5 years. Guess what the starting pay is? Ring, 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 $17 an hour. Are you out your mind? This is why these jobs. Listen, we need a comment section. We need a fucking comment section so we can go in on these who think that having minimum 5 years experience equates to $17 an hour. Are you out your mind? Then they want a bachelor's degree on top of that, plus some other fucking skills. Then you go look at the job description of what exactly you're going to be doing. They had 30 bullet points of shit that this position requires. First of all, y'all, like, saw another job. 10 years experience, entry level, off the ripper. 10 years experience, entry level. What the? How do you put those two things in the same mother sentence? And then you actually apply because you're like, okay, a job is a job, right? Soon as you go to apply, work day. workday. Why do I need to set up a fucking profile to add in, to apply for a job? Okay, cool. I set up the profile, okay? Upload your resume. Upload the resume. All the shit uploads. Thank God, because sometimes it don't even fucking upload, and then you got to type the shit manually. It uploads. Why do I go over to the next section and then I still gotta add my work experience in on the next section? What is the point of adding my resume if I still gotta go back through my whole job history and add that shit in manually? Then, after you do all of that, they still ask you the same dumbass questions. What type of experience do you have with this? What type of experience? How long have you been doing this? Why do I have a resume? And y'all got the audacity to ask me for a cover letter? Oh my God. I would rather breastfeed a pack of hyenas before I add a cover letter. I'm sorry. I just, if you can't look at my resume alone and be like, okay, they're a good candidate, and then ask me whatever you need to ask me at the interview, we don't need to talk about nothing. And don't get me started on the assessments, because why do you require 4 assessments that took me an hour to do? Okay, and you haven't even looked at my resume yet. Like, why can't y'all look at the resumes first? And then when you find potential candidates that you like, then you ask them to do the assessments.
I have been looking for a job for over 2 months. 2 months! I've gotten interviews. I've had people say, oh yeah, girl, I'll call you. And then they never do. I've had so many questions of people be like, so how would your family describe you? I hope good. Really the simplest jobs like Sally's and Ulta. Like, are you kidding me? Just because I haven't had any retail experience does not mean that I won't slay at this job. It's Sally's. You are paying under minimum wage and you're being picky? Picky? Anyways, that's my life right now.
This is what picking out bullshit. Don't apply for this job. No, no, no.
So the video about how many months can you survive without compensation, actually it was so funny because I saw a comment where the person said that how many months can you survive without an employee, and it's like, that's true, because like, you crazy, what do you mean by how many months can I survive without compensation? Why the hell do you think I'm applying for the job? Because I just feel like working, because I just love to just wake up in the morning, wake up at any time at all and just get dressed and go to work, and you're telling me, yeah, I just love to do that. Like, that's just how passionate I am about your company, about your profits, about your business. Like, I am so in love with your business. I don't even know you, but I just love your business so passionately that the goal isn't the money for me to afford my life. You just think, yeah, how many months can you go without an employee, please?
I'm filling out job applications or whatever on Indeed, and it's a lady on there named Brenda or something, Brenda Morgan, some shit like that. So I'm texting her, she texts me back like, oh, I need an assistant manager, da-da-da-da-da. I mean, not an assistant manager, an assistant, da-da-da-da-da, to help me with my work, da-da-da-da. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'm into it. Remind you, I'm looking for a home job. So that's sad that you don't know what to trust. You know what I'm saying? And that's sad that people are using a site that's supposed to be validated. You know what I'm saying? So she like, okay, well, I'm gonna send you the equipment or whatever. So they saying that I'm supposed to be getting the equipment or whatever, boom, boom, boom. So today is the 1st, so I went to pay my rent or whatever. So something told me like, stop at the mailbox and check the mail or whatever. So I go to the mailbox, I'm checking, I see that I have this in my mailbox. This from them, the people that I found on Indeed. So I'm opening it or whatever. They sending me a check that say $4,000. So you know my ass was like, oh shit, I need this. Like, hell yeah, I'm finna do. You know, I'm planning shit. Like, fuck yeah, I need this money. You know, God is good. Be careful who you talk to. Be careful who hears your cry. Because some people will turn your cry into a fucking scream. You hear me? And they will take advantage of your cries. This check is fraudulent. It's fake. It's a fake ass check. So you tell me I got on Indeed. So I called my sister. Remind you, I told you I have a pass. I already have a case, forgery with a financial instrument, meaning cash and fake checks. So I know what fake checks look like when I see them. It scared me. Because the old me would have went and tried to cash this mother. But it reminded me of where I come from, and I don't want to with it. So I called CeeLo Stone and Tal to investigate. Let me get deeper in this. I called CeeLo Stone. I said, hey, how y'all doing? My name is Shamisha. I received a check from y'all. She told me, oh my God, please do not cash that. She talking about we have somebody that hacked into our system and they're printing our business on checks and sending them out to people. Please don't cash that check. And she said, thank you for calling me. She said, so you mean to tell me Indeed is letting hackers and scammers on that shit? Is that why I can't find no job?
The hourly pay for the work that they expect us to do is ridiculous. What do you mean I worked for a whole hour and I only get $15? What do you mean I worked for a whole hour and I only get $20? Who's making this stuff up? Who's sitting at the table and saying, oh my God, they're gonna love this? Who? Like, make it make sense. The people who make the wages wouldn't even work for what we work for. They wouldn't even accept the crumbs that they give us. So what makes anybody think working an hour and only handing somebody $15 is okay? In what world are we surviving off that? We're not. And that's exactly why everybody is fucking poor and miserable. Like, it's just not making no sense. Like, make it make sense. Somebody, please, I'm tired.
Do not leave your job right now. I don't know if they told y'all, but it's crazy out here. I quit my job a few months back, not because I necessarily wanted to. I was just put in a difficult position where I had to. And it took me so long to find another job. I'm a very qualified person. I got a degree, I got experience. Every job I applied for, I was either qualified for or overly qualified. There's really not a reason a person like me in 2024 shouldn't have been able to find a job for that long. It's treacherous out here. I'm not an economist, I'm not a politician, I'm not a financial advisor, whatever you want to call it, but I think it's a lot worse than they telling us right now. Like, I think the job market, financial shit, our economy is not well right now. It's affecting jobs, it's affecting whether people are hiring or not, and it's tough out here. Like, there may have been a time where you could quit your job and find another one the same week because you just have it like that. Like, you got the experience, you got the qualifications, you've never been without a job. This might not be that time. Don't quit, because you may be out of work for a while. You may really set yourself back a lot more than you even know. Like, you may be walking into something very unexpected and very surprising. You spiritual and you feel like God is calling you to do it. I'm not saying don't listen to God. What I'm saying is, don't just take it upon yourself to just be like, I'm gonna quit because I'm mad, or I don't want to work there no more, or they getting on my nerves. I'm gonna just go find another job, because you might not just find another job as quickly as you're used to finding another job. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I tell you, the scams have increased. Like, the scams, when a lot of people are actually not doing well, when they're struggling with money, and it's like we're getting in a place where everybody's desperate for anything, you would definitely find those who are opportunists who would definitely use the opportunity to do whatever they want. Scam has always been there, but now I'm telling you, it has become worse. Most of the people you're applying for jobs, you're going to be getting emails from scammers, people who literally just want to scam you. They're just trying to harass you with a bunch of emails. And how I even kind of peep that there's just so many scams. When you're applying for jobs, you notice that the emails you're getting and receiving, some of them, instead of actually, when companies were like, when it's a real company, I've noticed that they are not trying to market the job to you. But whenever I notice an email, when somebody reached out to me with an email and I see that and notice that, oh, I'm kind of getting like a marketing, like somebody's trying to market this job to me, like you're telling me about the pay. So like you're trying to advertise the pay, because most of these companies that are real, most of them don't even want to tell you how much they're going to pay. You have to beg them, literally beg them to tell you how much they pay for that particular role for some jobs. But yeah, I noticed that with that, you just be saying stuff like, like this job actually pays, $35 an hour, like this is what we do. So it's more kind of like they're advertising it to you in your email. And that's just most likely like 9 times out of 10 I've noticed those are scams. You made it to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. Please don't forget to click the like button. It helps with the algorithm and I appreciate that so much. And subscribe to the channel if you're watching me for the very first time, and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. We'd love to see what you think about this video, and hit the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.